Chemistry, explaining stoichiometry in 3 minutes or less.
Stoichiometry is essentially following a recipe. Stoichiometry is a calculation that you want to carry out before you do a reaction. And it's very important because you want to figure out how much of each reactant you might need or how much product you might produce. Partially because it might be too expensive for certain reactants, maybe even for safety purposes. So the important part is we need to have everything in moles. If you remember, the chemical reactions show everything in moles. So let's look at our balanced reaction and see what happens. Let's take a look at this problem. Using this balanced chemical reaction, how much water do we make with 3.75 moles of methane? That's easy, let's just follow the recipe. The recipe is the chemical reaction, so let's look at it. As for that, for every mole of methane, we make 2 moles of water. So let's make that into a ratio. Let's first put the species where they go so that the moles can cancel out. This is very important. Please make sure that you keep labeling what species you're talking about, because in stoichiometry, we are eventually going to go from moles of something to moles of something else. Don't confuse yourself. Once we have the ratio with the units, which have the moles of what we have in the bottom and the moles of what we want in the top, let's plug in the stoichiometric constants directly from the balanced chemical reaction. And as we knew, we get 2 moles of water for every mole of methane. So let's multiply 3.75 by 2 and divide by 1. That gives us 7.50 moles of water. Now, not every problem is going to provide you the moles. Sometimes they'll give you the grams of the substance, or perhaps they give you pressure, volume, and temperature of a gas. Or, in some situations, the concentration and volume of liters in solution. But don't worry, if you need help converting those to moles, write something in the comments and I'll make videos about them.
Like and follow for more chemistry.